Hey, we are here to start Module 7. We're going to have Lesson 1 today. And the first few lessons of this module review things that we've already learned, and it works on word problems using that information. So there's no real new learning. It's more reviewing things that we've done already. And again, using what we've learned in word problems. So let's get started. I have the problem set here with me. And let's take a look at problem 1. Lena's family visits Little Tree Apple Orchard. Use the read, draw, write process to solve the problems about Lena's visit to the orchard. Use a letter to represent the unknown in each problem. That's important. Use a letter to represent the unknown in each problem. That's a critical part of the direction. So that means it's expected to happen when you do your work down here. The sign below shows information about hay rides at the orchard. So we have adult ticket costs $7, a child ticket costs $4, and every 15 minutes they leave starting at 11 o'clock. Lena's family buys 2 adult tickets and 2 children's tickets for the hayride. How much does it cost Lena's family to go on the hayride? So we have 2 times 7. That's the adults, I'll label it. Plus 2 times 4. This is child equals H for hayride. So now we can simplify this. We can say 2 times 7 is 14. I'll move my camera down a little bit. It's 14 plus 8 equals H. So H equals $22. And then you'd write a sentence saying her family spent $22 on hay rides. And again, this 2 times 7 shows that there's 2 $7 tickets. And this 2 times 4 shows that there's 2 $4 tickets. And when you add those 2 things together, the cost of the adult and the cost of the child, you get $22. Lena's mom pays for the tickets with $5 bills. She receives $3 in change. How many $5 bills does Lena's mom use to pay for the hayride? There's a bunch of different ways you could go about doing this. But here's the way I would do it. I would say, I would start doing my 5s times table. So I'd say like, well, obviously she needs more than one $5 bill because that's only $5. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 5 is 20. So she still doesn't have enough to pay for $22. Well, 5 times 5 is 25. So I'd say 5 times 5 equals 25. That's a good place to start. 25 minus 22 equals 3. And is that what they said she got? Yes, it is. So she used 5 $5 bills to pay. That's a complete answer that way. You also, if you needed to, you could draw out like an array, or you could draw, the $5 bills and then count that way too. But at this point, a lot of you are just going to do that in your head, that work in your head. Lena's family wants to go on the 4th hayride of the day. It's 11:38 now. That's the current time. How many minutes do they have to wait for the 4th hayride? I would list out the times the hayrides leave. So we saw that they start leaving at 11 o'clock. So number 1 is at 11 o'clock. So I would just say 1 equals 11, 2 equals 11:15, 3 equals 11:30, 4 equals 11:45. And this is the one they want to take, that 4th hayride of the day. So I need to figure out how long is it from 11:38 to 11:45. I'm going to subtract those 2, and I'm going to figure out how much time there is between them. So 11:45 minus 11:38. So I can't do 5 minus 8, so I'm going to go over here and take from the 4 to make that 3 10s and carry 10 1s over to the 5. So I end up with 7 minutes. All right. Lena picked 17 apples and her brother picked 19. Lena's mom has a pie recipe that requires 9 apples. How many pies can her mom bake with the apples that Lena and her brother picked? So the first thing we need to do is figure out how many they have all together. So 17 and 19. They picked 36. Now we need to see how many pies can be made out of 36 apples if each pie takes 9 apples. So 36 divided by 9 equals 4. So that happens to work out evenly. They don't always work out evenly, but this one does. 36 divided by 9 equals 4. 4 pies. Sorry, my computer lagged a little bit there. Lena's dad gives the cashier $30 to pay for 6 liters of apple cider. The cashier gives him $6 and change. How much does each liter of apple cider cost? So let's figure out, first of all, he used $30 to pay, but he got $6 and change. So $30 minus 6 is the actual amount that which is 24. $24 is the actual amount that he spent. So $24 divided by 6 liters equals $4 per liter. See how I did that? They gave the information in a weird way. They almost made it sound like it cost $30 for 6 liters, but then you find out that you got $6 and change. So you need to read all the way through the problem. Don't just read this first sentence and say, oh, 30 divided by 6 is 5, because that's incorrect. It's not 5. But you don't know that until you read the rest of the problem. So it's another good lesson where the division there is not the trickiest part. It's the reading all the way through the directions and making sure you understand what's being asked. All right. And the last problem here says the apples orchard has 152 apple trees. There are 88 trees with red apples. The rest have green apples. How many more trees have red apples than green apples? So multi-step problem here. So first of all, I need to figure out how many have green apples. So 152 minus 88 is going to equal green apples. So 12 minus 8 is 4. I can't do 4 minus 8, so I take from here and make that a 14. 14 minus 8 is 6. So 64 green apple trees. Okay, so I need to find the difference between 64 and 88 now. So 88, finding difference is just subtraction, is 24 trees. There are 24 more red apple trees. All right, so again, this is all review. Everything that we did here is work that we've done previously this year. It's just reviewing how to do that work, especially when that information is presented to you in the form of a word problem. So we'll get a couple days of practice with this, and then we'll do a little bit of geometry and some other things here in Module 7.